Alright, so let's talk about Amity. So, I want to say right off the bat that Amity was the company that initially was the most lucrative to me. It was a company that I wanted to be hired by the most. So I'll start off with the pay. The monthly pay is 285,000 yen. And I'm going to go ahead and list all the pros that I have. I have quite a few for Amity. So like I just said, the pay is 285,000, and that's actually the highest paying, the highest amount out of all the jobs that I applied to. The other plus, which is really good, is that your return flight to Japan is covered. So they may buy it, they may buy your return flight, or they may give you the cash equivalent. And then the other good thing is that you get a one-time bonus after completing your final contract. So if you stay with the company for 12 years and you finish your contract and you are in good standing and you are a good employee and you deserve the bonus, you get 65,000 yen. If you work for 18 months and stop, you get 100,000 yen. And if you work for 24 months or more, you get 150,000 yen. So, if you do go for Amity, try your best. Try to complete the contract. Try not to leave beforehand so that you can get this bonus if it's important to you. And another plus is in regards to the vacation. So you get 3 weeks vacation, and you get most all national holidays. They're not all guaranteed, but I think for the most part you do get all the national holidays. You may have to work one a year, maybe two. And then the other thing in regards to time off is you get 5 personal days. Now, when it comes to deposits and key money for your apartment, Amity does pay for your deposit and your key money, so you don't have to worry about bringing the money to pay for that, which is really nice. The other thing is the rent is fixed at 42,000 yen, which is the lowest rent fee for all the companies that I apply to. So the pay is great, and it allows you to save a lot of money. So with that salary, I could pay all my bills, pay my mortgage here in the United States, and have enough money to save for a vacation to Korea or Thailand or wherever. So it's a good opportunity to save money, make money, and spend money. Another plus that I have is that there's no driving required, so you don't have to drive anywhere if you're worried about driving. And generally, you get to live near your workplace, so you don't have to travel too far to get to the workplace. From what I've read, is for the most part, people get placed walking distance or a bike distance away. So, that's a really good thing. You don't have to worry about taking a long train ride or walking forever. But, I don't know where you're going to get placed. So, if that's not the case, then, just be prepared. Now, a con, the first one that I have, to me, is that you have to work a bad work schedule. And to me, a bad work schedule is having to start from, let's say 10 in the morning or 12 noon, and then having to work until about, 9 p.m., and also having to work one day on the weekend. So the reason why the schedule is different than working at a public school is that people who go to these schools want to go to their lessons after work or after school. So they need the majority of the people teaching after school and work hours. So if that's okay with you, if you don't mind starting late and ending late, then go for it. And if you don't mind working one day on the weekend, then go for it. But you do get 2 consecutive days off, so you don't have to worry about that. Another thing that was a con for me is having to teach alone. So with Amity, you're going to be teaching the majority children, and teaching alone, with younger kids can get out of hand. So if you've never taught before and that's, something that you're worried about, that's definitely something you need to consider. You're going to be teaching by yourself. The door's going to close and it's going to be you and the students and nobody else. So I don't know if you're worried about that, then I would say go for one of the ALT positions where you would be teaching at a public school and there would be an actual English teacher in the room. Another negative is that you don't really get to build a connection with your students because, one student may come one week and may hate it and then they won't come back. Or you teach, one grade and then the students change so often that you don't really get to build too much of a lasting relationship with your students, which at an ALT position, you can do that because for the most part you may get to see the majority of the students for a longer period of time and build a good relationship with them, which to me is important. It adds to the experience. And then finally, work on the site is not tolerated. So for this company, I wouldn't even want to work on the side because the pay is so high. So in a nutshell, that's what I have down for Amity. I hope it was helpful. I urge you to make your own pros and cons list for all the companies that you've applied to or are considering applying to. Research them very well to make the best decision that's going to help you. Alright, thanks. Mina? 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 Whoa, don't get too close. Mina? 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 Mina?